Hello Leafs Nation, welcome back to your go-to channel, Toronto Maple Leaf News Network. Today we have 3 jam-packed updates about our Leafs that have just surfaced in the last few hours. So if you are a true Leafs fan, you don't want to miss these updates. And yes, before we start the video, a quick request. If you are new to the channel, then don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can stay in the loop. Alright, let's dive right into our first major update of the day. Update 1. From hockey royalty to roster hopeful, the untold story of Vinni Lettieri's fight for a Leafs jersey. In a training camp already boiling with intensity, a new name is fighting to make his mark, and his story is one you absolutely need to hear. We're talking about Vinni Lettieri, a 30-year-old forward who is putting everything on the line for a chance to wear the blue and white. Now, Lettieri isn't just any player. He comes from a legendary sports family. He's the grandson of Minnesota North Stars icon Lou Nanne and the son of Tino Lettieri, the celebrated goalie for Team Canada's World Cup soccer team. With that kind of pedigree, you know the drive to compete is in his blood. He recently signed a minimum $775,000 United States dollar contract, turning down other options, specifically because he wanted to be here in Toronto, a market that he says lives and breathes hockey. He told reporters, "I love to work hard and I want to win. If you love hockey, this is the place to go." That's the kind of passion we love to see, Leafs Nation. But his path is anything but easy. The departure of Mitch Marner has opened up a spot, but the competition is fierce. In practice, Lettieri has been skating on a line with younger Marlies players, and he's currently positioned behind guys like William and Alex Nylander, and even the exciting prospect Easton Cowan on the right wing depth chart. He knows the challenge ahead, especially under a demanding coach like Craig Berube. Lettieri mentioned he's heard how tough camp is, but he sees it as the reason for the team's sustained success, as they chase a remarkable 10th consecutive playoff appearance. It's that dedication to detail, where nothing is missed, that attracted him. What's truly inspiring is how he draws strength from his family's legacy. He looks up to his father Tino, who, despite being a smaller goalie at just 5'8", had incredible success through sheer hard work. Vinny carries that same work ethic. He even brings a unique skill set to the ice thanks to his background in soccer, a trait he shares with past Leafs greats like Peter Zazel and Ty Domi. That experience has honed his footwork, hand-eye coordination, and conditioning, giving him an edge he's ready to prove on the ice. This isn't just a job hunt for him, it's a mission. He feels he was brought here for a reason and is ready to prove he belongs. Update 2. Treliving's secret weapon, unleashing the tall boy army to finally break the playoff curse. Alright Leafs Nation, hold on to your seats for our second story, because it looks like Brad Treliving and the front office have a massive, and I mean massive, new game plan. The theme for this season is clear. Size matters. The Maple Leafs are officially done being pushed around, and they're building an army of giants to prove it. The team has brought in a new wave of what we're calling tall boys, and these guys are built for playoff hockey. We're talking about forwards Dakota Joshua, who stands at a colossal 6'3" and weighs in at 218 pounds, and Nicholas Roy, who is 6'4" and 200 pounds. They're joining a roster that already boasts the towering 6'5", 227-pound defenseman Brandon Carlo, acquired at the last trade deadline. And it doesn't stop there. Even the prospects like Michael Pezzetta and Henry Thrun are bringing more size. And let's not forget our new goalie, Anthony Stolarz, who is a staggering 6'6". This is a direct and calculated response to the heartbreaking playoff exits we've endured against gritty, physical teams like the Florida Panthers and the Boston Bruins. Treliving and Coach Berube are sending a clear message. The days of our skilled players getting intimidated and outmuscled are over. Coach Berube is already loving what he sees, especially from the new third-line combination of Roy and Joshua. He said, "Love the size. They can go against any line in the league, hold them down, check them, be physical and hard on them." This isn't just about adding grit. It's about strategic dominance. This duo is designed to wear down the opponent's top players, creating space and opportunity for our scoring lines. And to make that line even more dangerous, the coaching staff is giving our top prospect, Easton Cowan, a look on that wing to add a high skill element. This new philosophy extends throughout the entire lineup. The first line is looking more powerful than ever with a healthy Austin Matthews and a noticeably beefier Matthew Nyes, ready to win those tough battles in the corners. Many of these new additions, like Roy, Joshua, and defenseman Henry Thrun, come from the Western Conference, a place known for its heavy, punishing style of play. They're bringing that battle-hardened mentality to Toronto. The big question on everyone's mind is, will this finally be the missing piece of the puzzle? Will this new big and fast approach be what carries the Maple Leafs past the second round and deep into a Stanley Cup run? Update 3. Rielly's redemption mission and the battle for the bottom 6. Camp secrets emerge. And for our final electrifying update of the day, we're diving deep into the individual battles and storylines heating up training camp. 3 names are on everyone's lips: Morgan Rielly, Calle Jarnkrok, and the future star, Ben Danford. First up, let's talk about Morgan Rielly. After a season where many felt he didn't live up to expectations, the narrative is starting to shift. A lot of the blame for his struggles at 5-on-5 last season can be pointed at the previous coaching staff's attempt to neuter his offensive instincts and turn him into a defense-first player, which is simply not his game. The great news is that Coach Berube seems to get it. By pairing Rielly with a stay-at-home defenseman like Brandon Carlo to start camp, the message is clear. They want to unleash the high-risk, high-reward offensive powerhouse we know and love. For his part, Rielly has taken full accountability, has said all the right things, and has reportedly shown up in the best shape of his life. This isn't just another season for him. This is a redemption tour, and we are here for it. Next, we have the curious case of Calle Jarnkrok. On a line with David Camp and Michael Pezzetta, Jarnkrok has been an absolute standout, making a powerful case that he belongs in this lineup. At worst, he's looking like the perfect 13th forward, but at best, he's challenging guys like Nick Robertson and Easton Cowan for a permanent spot on opening night. This creates a fascinating dilemma for the front office. Jarnkrok is a reliable, solid bottom 6 player, but on a team now loaded with gritty forwards like Scott Laughton, Nicholas Roy, and Dakota Joshua, is his skill set still a priority? The Leafs need to give their young guns a chance, but moving on from a player like Jarnkrok could lead to some serious seller's remorse if injuries pop up later in the season. He's a player you need to watch closely in the preseason. Finally, a look at the future. Ben Danford. Let's be real, he's a long shot to make the Leafs this season, especially with the World Juniors on his radar and a return to the Ontario Hockey League being the most likely path for his development. An ideal situation would have seen him eligible for the American Hockey League, but rules between the National Hockey League and the Canadian Hockey League prevent that for now. However, his preseason performance will be critical. The hope is to see him in at least 4 or 5 exhibition games. This isn't about him making the team. It's about giving him a taste of the pro level, allowing him and the development staff to see exactly where he needs to focus to become the star we all believe he can be. And that's a wrap on today's breaking news from the Toronto Maple Leaf News Network. From the hunger of Vinni Lettieri to the team's massive new identity and the internal battles shaping the roster, one thing is for sure, this season is already shaping up to be a wild ride. The pieces are being moved, the new era under Coach Berube is taking form, and the quest for the Stanley Cup is more intense than ever. What are your thoughts on these updates, Leafs Nation? Are you excited about the team's new tall boy philosophy? Who do you think wins a spot in the bottom 6? Drop your comments below, we'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay on top of all the latest Leafs news as it happens, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a thing. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Leafs go!